Siento que me late el corazón. No sé qué me hace tu mirada. Siento que me llena de emoción. No puedo expresarte lo que siento. No debo sentirlo, es lo peor. Y el amor contigo es prohibido, pero al tenerte cerca no hay razón. Perdóname, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Al sentir tu piel no pude contener. Un beso tuyo es lo que siempre soñé tener. Yo sé que no está bien, pero ¿qué puedo hacer? Perdóname, no te puedo querer. Tú tienes otro amor y lo tengo yo también. Pero un beso tuyo es lo que siempre soñé tener. Yo sé que no está bien, pero ¿qué puedo hacer? Perdóname, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Al sentir tu piel no pude contener. Un beso tuyo es lo que siempre soñé tener. Yo sé que no está bien, pero ¿qué puedo hacer? Perdóname, no te puedo querer. Tú tienes otro amor y lo tengo yo también. Me te llevaré esa prieta, no le hace que sea casada. Ella me dice que está de mí muy enamorada, que me la lleve muy lejos, aunque sea una temporada.
Oh, how you doing tonight? Welcome to the PuroPedo TalkShow. I'm DJ Mixing Mark.
And I am Chino Rod here in the house.
Hey guys, and all the way from Laredo, Texas, we got Cindy Ramos in the house tonight. Cindy,
Hey
well,
everybody.
we'll get back to you. We got a story to tell you in a little bit.
Yeah, we
But
got a
over here
story.
to my left, we got the none other but
Saludos, DJ W con ustedes.
G-Man here with y'all tonight.
Gary. Te oyes horrible en ese mic,
G-Man,
right?
G-Man.
What you're the sound guy. Make you sound.
You're the sound guy, man.
Make yourself sound
Here
good.
you go. Here you go. How about now? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
there
yeah,
you go, there you
sexy,
go.
sexy.
Sexy.
Hey guys, I hope you're having a great Hump Day Wednesday. Man, we got a great show for you tonight, man. We got Cindy Ramos. We're gonna do talk a lot about her history, how she got started, music that she did, and stuff like that. So,
And why she's doing Conjunto.
What?
Oh, I want to know why, you know. I don't know why Conjunto.
But
even though we love Conjunto music,
oh yeah, it's
that's my favorite, right?
My favorite. And I want to give a big shout out también before we get started to Jaime Martinez for the 100s and the A100s for the shirt and the cap. Chino didn't get one because
what happened?
You're not as popular, dog.
What happened? They just gave you that? I guarantee you that if I don't get one, he's not gonna wear that anymore.
Oh,
sorry, guys.
Well, you know what? I support the cause, so I paid for it. You know.
Oh, okay. Then that's all right.
I know you're on an allowance, but Cindy,
I have a question for
Sure, seguro?
the
Yes.
1000s. Where's my shirt and cap?
I'm telling you,
Ándale.
Jaime, ya,
Jaime.
1000s. No.
Hijo, ya estás, you're in
And
trouble,
I'm a
Jaime.
big fan.
Well, no, we are big
So-
fans, all of us. If I'm not DJing on a Saturday or doing anything on Saturday, I'm watching their show. It's awesome. It's fun. It's great. And I kind of steal some of his moves when he's mixing because está cabrón el vato. But a big shout out para Jaime and his wife out there.
But we're
Shout
going
out
to
to
be waiting for the
them.
shirts, right? We're going to be waiting for the shirts.
I'm gonna be, and I'm a size small, just in case.
There you go.
Size
you know.
small.
I'm a large
Ya cállate.
with 2 X's in
So
there.
I get a message about 5 o'clock. I get a message and I check it, and it's Cindy, and it was like, Mark, we got in driving into San Antonio. We had an accident. We don't think we're gonna make it. And I was like, oh no. Then about 4 minutes later, she comes back and says, no, my husband says we're gonna be there. So I mean, tell us what happened right before we get to your story. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
Well, long story short, they just 18-wheeler hit my car with a metal thingy. I don't know what it was, but we got it straightened out and we're here. My
Good.
husband said, "No, you're not missing the show. We're gonna be there."
Eso,
you
eso.
text him back and tell him we will be there. So aquí
Awesome.
estoy.
Thank
Aquí
you.
estamos.
But we could have worked around it, man. I'm sure glad y'all are doing okay. So,
Yeah, that's the only thing, man. We're glad
Just a
y'all are
little
doing
car
good.
damage.
Se
but,
compone, se compone, right?
Se
Just
compone.
as long as y'all are doing good.
You should have got out of the truck, rolling around, and grabbed your leg, my neck, my back, my leg.
I was kind of mad. I was gonna say, "What did you do to my car?" But no,
It's kind of
But no.
upsetting. It is kind of upsetting. But guys, again, if you're barely tuning in, we got Cindy Ramos from Laredo, Texas in the house. Cindy, for the people out there that are living under a rock and don't know who you are, let them know
Or
who
in a
you are
cave.
and what you do.
Or in a cave, Mark.
Oh yeah.
So I, besides music, I'm also a third grade teacher. I've been teaching for many, many years, and I do this as therapy. As you all know, music can be therapy
course,
for
for
us,
sure.
right? A lot of musicians, DJs, people in the industry can identify with that. So that's why we record music, we perform. I have my band, Cindy Ramos is a Conjunto. We travel, we do a lot of festivals, events, and yeah, that's why I'm here.
You know what? You're one of the few. I know there's a lot of conjunto musicians, but here in San Antonio, we don't get too many female conjunto
Yeah.
singers or band. I know there's
Female
a lot,
singers, female performers, yeah.
Female. So I get that a lot. They always ask me, why are you doing conjunto? Because there's very few. You know,
Very few.
There's a lot of conjuntos out there. Amazing. A lot of our friends that do conjunto. And there's very few females. So
True.
whenever I hear that a female is thinking of doing conjunto or is starting out, I always try to support them, invitarlas to come in and sing a song or, wherever we're playing, because I'm very for changing the genre, the conjunto industry into more female talent,
And that's true. That's true.
because it's like we always say, it's not actually a genre, it's our culture. Conjunto is
culture.
our culture.
yes.
And everything started conjunto. I mean, the
Yeah.
way I see it back in the days and everything started conjunto, right?
Yeah.
So, that's where it started out conjunto, and then it started into the Tejano, and then they started bringing the keyboards and all that.
More
But
progressive
before,
sounds.
yeah, before it was just accordion y bajo.
Bajo
Yeah.
sexto.
You know what? When growing up, I listened to Tejano more, but it wasn't about. I'm gonna say the early '80s. The first time that I think my uncle at a party there at my grandma's put on a tape, right, a cassette, and
You sure it wasn't an 8-track?
It might have been, and it was the Hometown Boys.
Oh,
And since that day, I'm more conjunto lover than.
yeah.
I love Tejano, but I'm more of a conjunto lover than Tejano now.
Yeah,
And I love it. But you know what? We've had a lot of conjunto new artists come to our show. Those two little girls, Camila, I think,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Bea.
they're from Laredo.
Laredo.
From
And
Laredo,
also,
yeah, Camila and Bea.
and also like Mika Rivas from Corpus, that
Okay.
she's doing her own conjunto stuff. We had her on her show. Very talented young people, and it's great to see. Like you said, you like to give them advice. And stuff like that.
Yeah, we know the girls from Laredo, and I think it's amazing what they're doing. And the best part is that their parents support them 110%. You
They're
know,
always with them.
their dad is very supportive of them, and their biggest fan, and they're friends of ours, and we will see them around Laredo a veces. The girls are growing, but I think what they're doing is amazing. What the parents are doing, you know, it's our culture through their girls, and you know they're keeping it alive. Just you know,
And being so young, right? You know,
Being
to
so
pick all that up,
young.
to pick up the
Yes,
accordion,
yes.
and y está bien flaquita. Está bien
Yes.
flaquita with
Chiquita.
with
Chiquita
accordion,
como yo,
and
pero
man,
más chiquita.
she can play it, man. She
Yeah,
can play
they're-
that accordion.
She's
Very- very
amazing,
talented.
amazing. They're amazing girls.
So your career started. Okay, let's take it way back. So how old were you when you said, man, I wanna sing, I wanna perform in front of people? How old were you?
I mean, I don't, maybe a teenager, because I remember being 15, and no, it was before that, because we had family events. My dad owned a ranch back then, and we used to have, you know, Easter family events, and he used to play just the radio for me there, and I would sing. He made a little stage for me, so I must have been maybe like 10.
So he was
And
preparing you.
Yeah, I was, you know, it was fun, and it was for the family, and
Oh, yeah.
usually, you know, we love, you know, family events and doing things like that. And it wasn't until I was 15 that I actually joined a band with my uncle in Laredo. He had a Tejano Conjunto band, and that's where I learned a lot more, you know, haciendo voces, stage performance, todo lo que sé. I'm sorry, I'm going to speak a little bit of
No,
Spanish.
go ahead.
No,
porque
dale.
Si
Go
hablo
ahead.
español, de veces se me sale el español
No,
de
el español
Laredo.
está bien. No, that's good because
But
me and
that's
Mark
where-
were like,
Yeah, I heard. Pero ahí es donde aprendí mucho de lo que sé ahorita de conjunto. And, you know, I used it, and just throughout the years, and never leaving it. I guess it's where it's taken me now.
And we were talking before, you know, we went live and everything, and there were some different bands, that you used to play with, you know, let the people know who you used to play with.
I've sang with so many bands, but one of the ones that stands out is Inocencia. They were back in the 90s. They were really
Oh, yeah.
popular.
Oh, yeah.
And so, just getting out of high school, I auditioned for them. They liked it, and it was during the time that their female singer was going to be out for maternity leave. And so I went in and helped out, and I did it for about a year and a half, and it was a really good experience. I gained a lot of experience.
that was the time when Tejano was
On
like
fire.
It was awesome.
fire.
It was
Tejano
on fire 'cause
was-
it was the 90s.
Yes.
Those were the best years.
yes,
Yeah, no,
that's
we-
when Tejano was Tejano.
Tejano
Tejano
music.
was Tejano, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. We talked about it earlier. Tejano, they're still putting out a lot of great good
Oh, yeah,
music.
yeah.
But can't compete with the 80s and 90s Tejano. You know,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh,
it's great. When I DJ, 70% of my music it's 80s and 90s Tejano music.
Yeah,
But
that's the best.
Cindy, so what made you started off Tejano? What made you want to go to Conjunto music?
Well, because since I was a little girl, my dad always listened to Rubén Naranjo. That was always my home was Rubén Naranjo. Siempre estaba la música de Rubén Naranjo, de Tony de la Rosa. So I grew up listening to Conjunto, the old school Conjunto, Rubén Vela,
Those pioneers.
all the pioneers. It's Laredo, we had a carne asada y ahí estaba puro Tony de la Rosa, puro Rubén Vela. And Mingo Saldívar, I grew up listening to all of that.
Wow.
And then, of course, the 90s, it was more Tejano, right? But I was able, given the opportunity, I was able to go back to my roots and do something that I grew up listening to. And, my first album that I recorded, what we were talking about earlier, was more of a Tejano. It had a little bit of everything, but it was more Tejano. And in that album, we did 2 original songs that I wrote Conjunto style. And so my producer that did my first 2 albums, Papo Banda, he's currently he was with
Papo.
Excelencia, and I knew him from the 90s because we had performed together, we had worked together. So he's a good old friend of mine, and he did my albums, but for some reason he always told me Conjunto stood out, and he thought it was a better fit for me. So we decided to do a second album. It was all pure Conjunto, and that was it. That was really what fit me.
It shows when you're on stage. Your presence shows that you're having a great time.
I love it.
We saw you in Victoria, Texas. I filmed some of your show. I think I filmed like 15 minutes of it, and
Yeah.
you're up there. But I was sweating my butt off just trying to follow you on the stage because you're all over the stage.
They always tell me that. I'm trying to keep up with you.
And I was like, no, but you know what? The Victoria, it was a great event, and you were there.
Beautiful
a lot
event.
Of it was a lot of people out there, and then. Of course, you were one of the first one to go on, and the
Yeah.
sun was still out. Estaba
Yeah.
caliente. It was hot.
It was so hot.
But when you get invited to these events, are you excited all the way over there?
Oh yeah, very excited all the way. That's the second year we did Memorial Bash, but we've been invited to, 5 years ago when I started doing Conjunto, that I had, I got my guys. We made Cindy Ramos y su Conjunto. There was a bucket list that we started with. So a lot of the venues, events that are on the bucket list, we've already scratched off. And Memorial Bash, was one of them. Tejano Conjunto Festival. I mean, gosh, I still have not finished that list, but I get so excited, and to me, it's humongous accomplishment.
It is. Victoria, Texas, if you can get into that venue,
Yes.
I mean, you've been there because...
Shout out to Frank Salazar
Yes.
for giving us
Frank
the
Salazar.
opportunity.
because
Yeah.
it's got to be the Super Bowl of Tejano Conjunto music.
Sorta,
it's
yeah.
the biggest event in
It is.
Tejano Conjunto from by far anywhere else. I know. I think Wisconsin has their Mexico Fest or Mexican Fest
Yes,
out there,
I've
and it's getting big. But this Victoria thing, boy, I tell you what, they had over close to 30,000 Saturday. And Friday they broke a record Friday as well. But boy, I tell you what, it was super packed, and it's great to see the bands out there. A lot of the bands that perform, we had never seen. I've heard your music, but we had never seen you live. We had never seen AJ Castillo live. Who else? Signal. We never had seen Signal live. It was great for us as too. We're fans of y'all guys,
yeah.
and we love to see y'all perform. The music's great, but so you sing on the weekends and maybe sometimes during the week. But what do you do during the day? Like I know you.
So
said
I'm a teacher. I'm a third grade teacher. So I'm enjoying my summer because I actually got to come to the show finally.
Yes.
we had invited you a while back,
Yes.
but during school time,
It's
he goes,
hard,
well,
it's hard.
It's hard to
Yeah,
get out there.
yeah.
And I understood that. As soon as school was over, and I talked to you
Yeah.
over there at Victoria, I go,
know.
I'm gonna message you. We want you in the show, and you were
Yes,
like,
yes.
yes,
and
I
then
can make it.
third grade,
Oh
And
my
I
how
teach
old are-
third grade.
how are the
They're
kids at
8.
third
They're
grade?
8.
they're 8.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But I've been doing third grade for like 20 years already. So I've been a teacher for many years and a singer for many years as well.
So doing it for 5 years, you started like the Conjunto and everything that
Conjunto
you're
for
doing.
5 years, yeah.
5 years. So, man, you're saying your buckets you still got a lot of stuff in the bucket, and that's good
I still
because.
have some events. They still don't want to give me the opportunity, but I still
But you still got a
hablando
lot.
como quiera.
You still got a lot of way to go, man.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
5 years, you're getting there. You'll get.
You'll get
Well,
there.
let me
I'll say
tell
the next
you.
5 years, you'll get that bucket.
The first year that we started Conjunto, that was all Conjunto, man, there were so many venues, festivals, places they were calling like crazy. But I mean, of course, they were also hanging up on me. I don't know who you are, of course, But still, there were a lot of places that they wanted a female.
Yeah, you
And
don't see it too often.
Yeah, it was amazing. And, they're calling us again. We do Conjunto Festival every year. Tejano Conjunto Festival for the past 4 years.
Rosedale Park.
Yeah. Shout out to Guadalupe Cultural Arts because
Oh, yeah.
they're amazing. They're so professional. They've always worked with us. And, we had a great time this past one that we went to.
It looked like it was a lot of people out there. We didn't get
A
to
lot
go.
of
We
people.
didn't get to go. But bucket list.
Bucket list.
Who would you like to collab with in Conjunto music? If you had to choose somebody out there in the Conjunto market, who would you like to collab with?
Man, I
I
want to hear
want-
this one. I want to hear this one. There's a lot of them out there. I want to hear.
Heck yeah.
I want to collab with several people. I already did a collab with Tony Sainz.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
that one, yeah, I've crossed it off. I want to collab with Chago, with Santiago Garza.
Oh,
Santiago
my
I
buddy.
Garza. Boy, I tell you what.
want to collab with Lázaro Pérez también.
Lázaro.
Well,
So
Yes.
guys, if you're listening,
yeah, no,
there.
Santiago's on here sometimes.
Santiago's a good friend of ours. He comes here all the time, man, and we're good
Chavo.
friends. With
If you look at this
he doesn't
accordion,
know
it's
yet,
signed.
so he'll find out here.
oh, he will.
that accordion right there is signed by Santiago
Ah,
Garza.
okay.
So
Yeah, he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Nomás que I've never told him, but ahora se va a dar cuenta.
Yeah, Santiago, ya sabes. He just did one with the Conjunto Cat, so I'm
I
sure
know, it's my turn.
Yeah, take turns, man.
We're gonna give him a call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got a video, an older video, right? But let's talk about that. I think
Okay.
you did a video. Let us know a little bit about that video.
So the video, the song you're about to hear, it was in my first Conjunto album that I did. And it's a beautiful song. It's actually a song by Mark Anthony. It's a cover song.
Okay.
So Mark Anthony into Conjunto? Weird, right?
Yeah.
You would never hear anything like that. But it's a very progressive Conjunto song. And you know, once you hear it, you'll feel more like, you know, between Tejano, Conjunto, it's like very progressive. So that's what you're gonna notice. But it's a beautiful video. It was shot in Laredo downtown. And I was a bit younger, maybe just a couple of days younger, but you know, it still works. But yeah, the title of the song is A Quien Quiero Mentirle.
So guys, with that being said, let's check out this video from Cindy Ramos.
Ya lo sé, qué extraño es verte aquí, verte otra vez, que sienta bien estar con ella. Que si te pude olvidar, tu pregunta está de más. Yo también he vuelto a amar. A quien quiero mentirle, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que estás en el pasado y del alma y la mente te borré. Aquí quiero mentirte, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que no sentí un amor tan profundo y quedaste en el ayer. Yo trato de olvidarte, yo de verdad lo intento, pero no lo consigo. Ya lo ves, estoy en paz, nuestro amor tuvo final, era lo más natural. Hace tiempo que olvidé todo lo que pudo ser. Yo sin ti volví a nacer. A quien quiero mentirle, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que no sentí un amor tan profundo y quedaste en el ayer. A quien quiero mentirle, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que no sentí un amor tan profundo y quedaste en el ayer. A quien quiero mentirle, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que estás en el pasado y del alma y la mente te borré. A quien quiero mentirle, porque quiero fingir que te olvidé. Trato de convencerme que no sentí un amor tan profundo y quedaste en el ayer. Yo trato de olvidarte, yo de verdad lo intento, pero no lo consigo.
Guys, and we're back with that. Man, that video was awesome. It's one of your first videos, one of your first songs from your first CD on Conjunto.
From my second
Con-
CD, which was all Conjunto CD. Yeah.
Man, that video looks like it was cost you $1 million to make, man. It was it's a great video. So tell us a little bit about that video. Why did you choose that song and what and stuff
That
like that?
was my favorite song from the album. And I've always been a fan of Marc Anthony también, so I said I have to do this song. If we're gonna do a video, it has to be with this song. And I love so much that the musicians I have right now like this song, and we added it to our set list. And you know, I'm a big Marc Anthony fan.
Big time, big time. You know what? Let me give a few shout outs out there in Facebook land. We got Roger Helena Llamas checking in, Michelle Ann, Irene Mendoza, Jaime Martinez, Mary Ruiz, Gilbert Rodriguez, Everett Esparza.
McCullum Cowboys.
Hell yeah.
Harlandale Indians. Harlandale Indians. In the house.
Irene
Saludos,
Vallejos
guys.
Herrera. Irene, big shout out para Irene Herrera. También para Amanda Garza Martinez checking out in, guys. A whole bunch of people.
Amanda.
Big
Michelle
shout out
Ann.
to y'all guys. So I know you're out of school. You're not
Yes.
teaching right now. So, if you're not singing, what are you doing on your time off?
I am enjoying my dogs.
Oh, gee, wow.
I have 3 fur babies, so, and then I have my 2 children, of course. I stand in la casa. So what I love to do when I'm home in the summers, I love cooking for my kids. I love cooking for them, and I love decorating my house and cleaning my house and just, you know, making
Gives
it
you more
very
time,
homey.
right?
It's
Sale
my
más,
time.
Yeah,
It's
it's your
like my
time.
time to
sale
relax.
más caro having you at
Ya
home.
sé, porque luego también gasto más.
Okay, he says, give me the card.
Caro.
Give me the card.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I have a dog at home that you can have because
Oh
I know.
my
but,
God. I
you know,
already have 3. I don't think my husband would let me get another one.
That dog, my wife's dog, it sits by her, it moves around with her. When I get home and give her kids from work, it attacks me and hombre.
Oh my God, no.
So right now we're into the
I think she's got it trained like that.
no, yeah, maybe so.
I think she's
maybe
got
so.
it trained like that.
Yeah,
When he gets home, bite him.
I think
A
you're
lo
right.
mejor
I
sí.
think you're right. Javier Solano checking in. What's going on?
Javier Solano is my right and left hand guy. He's my everything. He's my accordion player.
Okay, yeah, no, he's
So-
awesome. He's awesome
so
on the
he's
accordion.
awesome. He's been with me these 5 years that we've been doing Conjunto. He was, you know, he's been in with this band. He's been my accordion player, and he better not ever leave me because
You know, Javier.
You know what? You know what, Cindy? It's crazy, right? Since me and Chino got into this, we see bands and we'll go see them 6 months later, and it's a totally different band.
well,
and
it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I had my
It's
guys.
hard to keep a band, right?
Yeah, very hard. It's very hard to have a band. A lot of people don't know the behind the scenes. Keeping the guys, you know, getting them paid, getting them fed.
Yep.
Everything, the driving. And I need to say thank you to my husband, to Omar, because he wears so many hats with the band. You know, he drives the van. The videos, everything that you see on social media is him.
Okay.
He takes the photos for the singles that we release for the music. He takes the photos. He does the editing. And last night I sat with him to edit one show that we did, and I was like so frustrated. I don't know how he does it. And we went to sleep so late. Y él se quedó todavía, you know, working on it just for a 5-minute video. And
No,
I was
it
like,
takes
I don't
a
know
lot.
how you do it. I don't know how you do it, but I gotta thank you so much, babe, for everything you do.
Yeah, that
for
takes
the
a lot.
guys,
Awesome.
for
Yeah.
myself.
Y luego,
Yeah.
está gratis el work.
Y luego gratis porque no me cobra. So, God, but no, it's very hard. So that's probably why you see sometimes, you know,
Different band
bands
members.
that have different. And then, of course, you know, I had my guys for you know, they stayed with me for about 4 years. The band that I started with, my Conjunto band. But then, you know, life happens. You know, my bajo player decided to go back to school. He's getting his degree, so I'm all
great.
for
Oh, yes, of
education.
course.
So that's why, you know, sometimes you'll see different musicians, because you got to support también lo que ellos quieren hacer.
Of course.
You got to support if they want to go back to
So
school.
introduce your guys, the ones you got right now in the band. Introduce them.
So my guys right now, I have, of course, Javier Solano, my accordion player, and I saw the Jaime 1000 saying that he's the best. He is the best.
He's good. He's
Just
really
saying.
good.
No, he's awesome. he's been with me since the beginning, and we've done so much together. I'm just so happy to still be sharing the stage with him and this career that in music that we have right now. And I also have my bajo player, Coco Jorge Vasquez from Laredo as well. And he's helping me out because my bajo player is, like I said, he went back to school, and I want him, to finish
Of course, yeah,
and to
education.
have his career. So yeah, he's helping us as well. And I've got my drummer de aquí de San Antonio, Vincent Rodriguez, and my bass player. It's because we call him Fonz, but I don't know his real name.
No, hombre.
Martinez.
Qué boss, esta boss.
Está bueno.
Alfonso.
Yeah, we-
Alfonso? So yeah, he's my bass player. So ahorita estamos trabajando así. We're gonna see what Conjunto brings to the table, and so we'll see.
So how
Shout
hard
out
is
to my
it?
guys.
How hard is it to, like you got guys from San Antonio, you got guys from Laredo,
Very
to get
hard.
everybody together?
The good thing right now is that most of my guys are from Laredo. So, they've always been from Laredo. So now that I have from out of town, it's kind of hard. It's hard,
To
yeah.
get them all together to an
Oh,
event.
yeah, it is very hard. Pero ahí estamos como quiera, le hacemos la lucha, and
it's something they love doing, right? They love doing it, so they're gonna show up and they're gonna be there.
So what we said earlier, music is our therapy, and yeah, it is. That's why we try to keep it together,
Yes.
and we try to make it work.
Right now, Gary has a question. What's going on, Gary?
Sure.
Hey, real quick. Do you get nervous when you're up there in front of those
Oh no,
things? You don't get
I
nervous no more?
used to at the beginning, but not. I get anxious. I'm like I don't like it when they're checking the equipment or doing sound check and everything, and I'm like, I'm ready. I've been ready. What time are we starting?
Let's get it on. Let's go.
The other question, you've been nominated for some awards, correct?
Yes, I have.
How many have you won? Or?
Oh, like how many? I have a lot at the house. I think, I don't know. The first one I got was in 2019 from the South Texas Conjunto Association. That one I take it to heart because it was my first one. When I transitioned to Conjunto, it was my first one that I got. And
What was the category?
it was a crossover album of the year, I think, for Conjunto.
Wow.
So that
Good.
was
Awesome.
yeah, that to me, it's very close to my heart. And then I've also gotten the Tejano Roots. I've been inducted to Tejano Roots. That
Boy,
one
I
as
tell you
well.
what, you get into that Tejano roots. I mean,
Yeah.
you can say you're there.
Yeah,
Because, I mean,
yeah.
It's awesome.
It's a beautiful award, and I have it there. We've gotten several from Guadalupe awards as well, Entertainer of the Year, and the Conjunto awards from Guadalupe as well, and the Jesse Torres
Yes,
event
yes.
also. I have several from him, and I think that's it.
Well,
I've got
that's
nominated.
enough.
Mande?
That's a lot. That's enough. Yeah, let somebody else win.
Ahí está. Well,
But,
you know, it's a touchy subject when everybody talks about awards,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, it's a,
But-
yeah.
But I
don't get us
think-
started on that.
Yeah, but I think as long as your name is mentioned somewhere,
Oh, yeah.
anywhere, be it whatever award, it says you're doing something,
Mm-hmm.
and it says you're working, which is we work a lot, and it's a lot of work to keep a band together, to
For
keep
sure.
my guys together, and el esfuerzo está allí. It's getting recognized. Just them mentioning your name.
But-
So
and-
that's the way I see it.
Yeah, of course.
That's how I see it. You
And
know?
the bad talking, it's always going to be there.
I mean, it's always going to be there.
The
You
negative, there and there, you hear it everywhere, but
Yeah.
you can't control it, right? Like us,
You
like we
can't.
can't control all that. We're just gonna keep doing what we love doing, and y'all keep
Yeah.
doing that.
And you know
pushing
what?
it.
Just be happy and
Yes.
just enjoy the music that these artists bring.
Yes.
Because it's not easy. A lot of people don't know behind the scenes. They don't know the sacrifice that you have to do with your family, with your children, money-wise, personal lives, the driving. We've had
Accidents.
a very bad rollover.
Really?
And we've been through so many things, and we're still here.
How long ago
Y no
was
sé
that?
cómo. When I first started with my conjunto band, my conjunto band with my guys, my original conjunto band, was about 4 years ago. We had a rollover, very, very serious. My car, because we used our vehicles back then, we didn't have a van. It was totaled. It was totaled. And, the guys were hurt, but they stuck with me, and we did beautiful recordings. We made music together, and that's always going to be there.
Yes.
What we created together is always going to be there. And, it's something that they keep close to their heart. I keep it close to my heart because, it's you're away from your family. You don't know what else could have happened that night. And you were blessed. Diosito nos cuidó because we were blessed que salimos todo. There's the same exact place he's telling me to tell you about the crosses, because the same exact place where we had the rollover, there were crosses there.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So,
It's a long road.
I am forever grateful to my guys that I had back then that stuck with me, and we continued the journey. And even after that, we had beautiful, amazing performances, venues, festivals we had always been wanting to get into. And that's when you say, God, that's something that you're always going to remember.
Yeah.
You're always going to have that.
The traveling, it's hard, isn't it?
Yes, the traveling is the hardest part. And my husband can account for that because he drives. Now that we have, different musicians that they help him out now. And it's different. So shout out to Coco because he's helped Omar.
That's great.
And I'm so grateful to Coco.
You got to have different, everybody to pitch in and help,
Yeah.
especially the driving. Man,
Because, now we have our van. Now we've accomplished a lot more now. Yeah, we have our van. We traveled farther now, and it's getting harder for Omar. So now, we've branched out to more things, to, different musicians, and we have more help now. And
Which is good.
when you travel like out of state or something like that, and all your guys can't make it, it's always good to know people out there that that'll step in and help, right?
We went to Monterrey. We went to Monterrey. We did a show over there with Tony Sainz. We had to use some musicians from over there because obviously not everybody travels to Mexico.
Yeah, of course.
So we did a show in Monterrey. It went amazing. Of course, Javier Solano has always stuck with me no matter where I go.
He's there.
I saw Javi. But yeah, he makes it happen. He gets musicians from where we're at. So that helps a lot. But, there's a lot of things that how can I say it? There's so much that you have to do that people don't know.
Yeah.
People assume you just get in the van and go. No,
Yeah,
don't.
you get a performance somewhere, you're there, and he said, "Oh no."
No,
And
no, it's
the
not
thing
así.
about it, Cindy, I don't know if you went through it, where you had to take payments that are really low just to get yourself out there. Did
At the
y'all have-
beginning, the first year we started, yes, and we still, get offered that all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
But we can't afford it, because now we got, I've got to pay my guys.
Yeah.
Back then it was like, we're starting, so it was
Get out
it's
there.
understand, you understand, right? Pero ya estamos viniendo unos cuantos años. You need to, help me out
Yeah,
here.
no, for sure, for
so
sure.
we make it work, and ahí andamos todavía.
Real quick, Chino, we're gonna give go to our sponsors real quick. We'll be right back with Cindy Ramos. Hey guys, if you're needing insurance, get a hold of Priscilla Villalobos. She does life insurance, all kinds of life insurance. Get a hold of her at 210-707-5601.
Which is your wife.
Yeah.
Mark. Tell him that's your wife.
Oh,
Mark.
she's your wife?
My
Yeah,
esposa.
that's her right there, right there.
I was gonna say she's here and she's very pretty in
Behind the
person.
camera. All right, guys, and if you need any jerseys, any caps, any embroidery, anything you want done, Local Sports, Sal Lopez at 210-392-6870. Local Sports. And we also have Powerhouse Sports. And yes, Mark, I haven't put the number up there yet, but Kevin Cooper also, who makes all our jerseys, all our shirts, caps, whatever we need to get out there to everybody to sell, right? Powerhouse Sports, Kevin Cooper, thank you so much.
Also to the backyard owner, the backyard bar owner, Eli Double E. If you need a DJ for weddings, whatever, divorce, a bar mitzvah, lo que sea. Call it double E.
Hey.
Double E sounds, baby. Yeah, come on.
Double E sounds awesome.
Also to one of our major sponsors in the house, by Mobile Homes Factory Direct. Get a hold of these guys. Number one selling manufacturing homes in South Texas. Get a hold of Isabel Hernandez at 210-330-6999. Also a new sponsor to the show, the law firm of Oscar A. Garza, injury attorneys, at 210-732-3030. Tell them the puro.
And like y'all were in an accident today, right? That's the people to call right
we
there.
gotta call
If you need a lawyer or whatever, that's who you contact. Our sponsor right there, Oscar A. Garza Law Firm.
Yes.
Awesome.
And we're back. So I was gonna ask you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
I don't. I should. I should. And I know the guys get frustrated with me because I have no idea what key they're playing, and then they say, let's play it in this key, whatever. I don't know, re. I'll just say re. And I'm like, that doesn't fit me. Oh, ya la sacamos en ese. And sorry guys. I should play something, but I don't.
¿Qué le dices? I'm just here to sing.
I'm
No,
just here to
I'm
sing.
here to sing.
When you're singing and moving the way you do on stage, I don't think you could play any instrument. I mean, you're all over that
I
stage.
don't think I can. You're right.
Yeah, no
I
te vas
wouldn't
a
be
caer,
able
te vas a
to.
caer off the stage or algo.
La cumbia.
I
What do you
wouldn't
call
be
that
able
thing?
to.
What do you call
Maybe
that one?
just
The Guido.
Maybe
Yeah,
just
the
the
Guido, the
Guido,
one.
yeah.
Or
that
triangle,
one.
the triangle. Ding.
Ándale.
Ding.
The little bell thing.
And then you can tell them,
The
hey, look, I
cowbell,
do
the
play.
cowbell.
The cowbell. There you go.
So in your future, what do you want to do? What are your plans in the future?
I want my plans right now, which I've been giving it a lot of thought, is trying different genres. Is trying,
Okay, okay.
something that because I've done Tejano, I'm doing Conjunto, and I want to go in the studio and try something else that a female hasn't done in this industry that hasn't done before. But I'll always stay true to my conjunto roots. But I want to try, something different. And we have music that's it's ready to be released. We were actually waiting for the master today, which is going to be coming in my email pretty soon. That we're going to be releasing, and it is conjunto, but I do want to try to go in the studio and try something a little bit more different.
Okay.
And that's just part of my goals, but as far as shows and everything, we want to continue doing conjunto.
Puro conjunto. So right now you are pushing one of your latest song, Perdóname.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that song.
So-
Is that an original?
It's an original song.
Okay.
I wrote it. My first album I wrote 6 songs. My second album I wrote 4 songs, and I'm working on my third right now, and I have about 3 songs that are original. This is one of them, and it's a song about never being able to be with the person you love. It's not my story, because the songs that I write are never my story. They're always somebody else's.
Somebody
My
else's story.
friends. I feel bad, but I always write my friend's
Don't
story.
say their name because they're gonna want to check.
Híjole,
Van a
I
querer
don't know
check.
why.
Van a querer dinero, so don't say their names.
Yeah,
because they want to
I
hear,
don't
hey,
know
that's my
why
story.
I like to do that. And actually, this cumbia is actually, I was watching a show on Netflix. It was a series, and it's about best friends that they've always loved each other, but they've never been able to be together because they're always with somebody else. And it has a very sad ending. The show does. I didn't want to end the song that way, so it has a good ending.
So
but yeah.
yeah, we got it. We're gonna play it. We don't got the video for it, nothing. But
No, we
we're gonna play it right now for you guys. Check it out. This her latest and one she's pushing out. Perdóname, Cindy Ramos.
Tu presencia, siento que me late el corazón. No sé qué me hace tu mirada. Siento que me llena de emoción. No puedo expresarte lo que siento. No debo sentirlo, es lo peor. Y el amor contigo es prohibido. Pero al tenerte cerca
Yep, that's right. That song is fire.
Cumbia.
That's what Michelle Ann is saying. Michelle Ann is saying that song is fire. It's a great cumbia song.
The cumbias, it's great for the soul, man.
I
Man, the
love
cumbias,
it.
you can't go wrong with cumbias. And it's a great
Never
song.
go wrong with a cumbia.
No, you know what? Your voice, it has that unique voice. Like, I haven't heard anybody, a female sing with that voice. It's unique.
Thank
like,
you.
Like now, if I hear the radio and you're on, I hear the voice. I know it's you.
You would recognize
Yeah,
it.
I know it's you.
That's the Google.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear. And so, again, big shout out to Mark Martinez. He sent us some more stuff,
Mark
I don't know,
Martinez,
from Freddie Records. Somebody on here said you got to hook up with Freddie Records and get
I
you some of your
know,
music
I
out of
saw
there.
that.
Chino's real good
Somebody
friends with
tag
Mark.
Mark,
Somebody tag.
I'll go ahead and pass it down to Mark. Mark
Yeah.
Martinez.
Well, big shout out
Freddie
to Freddie Records that sponsored the PuroPedo TalkShow. Big shout out to those guys out there.
Awesome.
Out there in Corpus Christi. So
let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Let me ask a question. Favorite band to dance to? Besides your band?
Besides my band?
Conjunto or Tejano that you love to be on a dance floor as soon as you hear the music?
Well, I have to go back to when I was teaching Omar to dance, because when we started dating, he didn't. Well, he still is not very familiar with Tejano or Conjunto. I taught him to dance to Signo. So those songs always take me back to when we started dating, and they're my favorite because they remind me of when I was teaching him how to dance.
qué cute, qué cute.
Don't play no signal right now because he'll be on the dance floor.
Se va, she'll be
Se
like
ponen in the dance
empty
floor,
space here, gonna be on the dance floor. But
What about you, Mark? What about you, Mark? Which music would you rather dance to, Tejano or Conjunto?
Conjunto and what either Garcia Brothers or Hometown Boys is what I like to dance to.
The best, yeah.
Same here with me, man. Conjunto music. Sometimes we go to dances, me and my wife, we go to dances and, they play some Tejano music and we'll dance a couple of them. But as soon as they start playing Conjunto, no matter who it is, no hombre.
Porque es muy alegre, la música es muy
No
alegre.
hombre, we're on the
compás.
dance floor all through every
The
song.
compás is like, and you know what I noticed whenever we do the Tejano Conjunto Festival, do you notice there's older people, right?
Yes.
They dance all night.
We see that in videos.
All day long.
We see that in videos, and we're looking at videos, in YouTube and everything, in festivals, and we see the viejitos, man. They're dancing like
How do they
dancing,
do
and
it?
I look at them, and I'm like, man, I would have been tired in the second round.
Chino, ya estás tú, ya estás viejito.
I would have
ya
been
estás.
tired sitting down already to take a break, but they keep dancing and
Yeah.
dancing and
Todo el
dancing.
día, todo el día, todo el día.
And it's also a good exercise.
Oh, yeah,
Good
for sure,
exercise.
for sure.
Great exercise.
Ahora están todos los dancers están en la purga, así baile, baile.
Oh, yeah, en la purga.
Ya están baile, baile. I'm gonna go out there next time. I'm gonna go dance a little
So
bit.
you're gonna go to the pool, you gotta go eat.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
what you're
eso
gonna go
también,
do.
eso también. I love eating.
They got some good food there.
Yeah. So, you have any plans for the summer to do? You took the whole summer off. You're not performing anytime.
No, not yet. There are some pending dates, but we haven't confirmed for this summer. But I did want to take some time to be at home, and especially on the weekends, because every weekend that we leave, we have to leave the dogs.
It's hard. You know,
And then I have to worry about, did they eat? Did they take them out for a walk? Ahí estoy con mis bebitos. Pero no, it's really nice, to be home and enjoy. Because my kids are young adults, but they'll always be my babies. I love cooking for them and doing stuff with them over the weekend. And I'm when we play a lot, I'm not home, and I know,
It takes a lot.
they still need you, no matter how
Oh,
old
no,
they
for
are.
Do they
Sure.
travel a lot with y'all too? Do they travel with y'all whenever?
No,
They don't
my
travel at all?
kids are not into what I do.
I was
They're
gonna
not
ask
into
you
this
that.
music.
No.
No.
They're not into Tejano, Conjunto?
No, and it's funny because their dad is a very well known sound engineer in the business with very huge bands, and they have it from both sides, and they don't like it. And they don't, they grew up listening to our Tejano because of me and Conjunto music, pero no, they prefer, rock.
Rock. Oh, rock.
Oh, it's a rock and roller.
Rock.
And
is
Omar
good.
prefers rock too, so I entre los
whoa,
tres they love rock.
We
y no
love-
les gusta el conjunto. So, it's just me.
I thought Cindy introduced some rock into your conjunto.
Ya sé, I should do something like that.
Yeah, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And then they would travel with me.
Maybe so.
Yeah,
No,
for
pero sale más caro. You
Ya
know.
sé, no, mejor no.
No, and then you're gonna have to charge a little bit more because you got your kids traveling with you. No?
Hombre, no, ya les pago todo. No, ya no.
Gary, you had something? Oh, real quick, Rick, real
Yes,
quick. We always
yes.
ask all the artists here that come on by. You gotta be a Dallas Cowboy fan, right? I mean, yeah, everybody is, Cindy.
Quack, quack, quack. I'm not.
Yes. Yes.
You just make
Cindy,
that guy's day.
y'all are welcome here anytime. Y'all ain't Dallas Cowboys fans?
Free
Heck
drinks.
yes.
I know.
Texans fans. You should say earlier, Texans fan, right?
Texans. Well,
Texans.
you know what? I'm not really into football because I don't understand it. But I know it's bad. It's embarrassing, but I guess you have to like it to understand it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't. But my brothers and my dad, and they're all Texans fans. So I guess I'm a Texans fan,
Hey,
right?
we'll go
I
with that.
guess.
We'll
Yeah.
go with
Okay,
that here on the
okay, it's a
PuroPedo
Texans
Talk Show. Cindy Ramos is a Texans fan, not a Cowboys fan. Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, then only 98% of the country is not a Cowboy fan, bro. Because ya sabes, it's Cowboy country.
Oh yeah, pobrecitos.
So,
Oh,
Cindy,
pobrecitos.
what was the hardest thing that you had to deal with the industry? Things you saw, things you heard, people saying.
Still,
What was,
still going.
was it
through.
hard? Was it hard for you to just like keep your mouth shut, or did you say stuff?
I want to keep my mouth closed right now, but I can't. No. I know.
Let it out. Let it out.
It's very, there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of them,
Yep.
a lot.
We hear it.
And it's sad. But it doesn't help that I'm a girl. I'm just going to say that.
No, true.
It doesn't help that I'm a girl. But
Do they try to push you like
to
over
play
you, like,
earlier, yes.
They try
Because
to do
they,
that?
yes, all
Because
the
they're a
time.
girl, they try like.
Yeah.
but you
but-
gotta stand your ground.
You got to stand your ground. You do. But how can I say it? I appreciate so much the opportunities they give me because to me, I this is my therapy. It's not the end of the world, if I don't get the spot I wanted or the gig I wanted. And I just want to sing. I'm just there to sing. And maybe a lot of people don't agree with me because, you need to stand your ground. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't because I just want to sing.
Well,
Let's just get in the van. Vamos a tocar. Y,
But you being one of the few women in Tejan and Conjunto music, I said I think you should stand your ground.
I should.
and push and say.
and we do.
You
We
don't get so many of you doing what they're doing. There's a lot of male Conjunto bands
A
out there.
lot.
There's
A
what
lot. A
That-
lot.
one or two maybe women.
I
Well-
Conjunto?
you know what? To tell you the truth, I just know Cindy. I really don't. I know there's some out there, but I don't know any.
There's a few.
There's a
shout
few.
Shout out to them. Of course, Linda Escobar is a
Linda's-
pioneer.
Yeah, pioneer. Conjunto.
She's I love her. She's always been so good to me. We have a great relationship. Linda is amazing. And I love that she has always supported what I do. And she's always, she'll call me and there's a gig here and I love it. I love Linda. There's of course Baraja de Oro is a
Oh
female.
yes,
Awesome
yes,
song.
Baraja de Oro.
She's I love her because she's a strong female out there representing Conjunto.
That's what I'm saying.
Very few.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and-
saying. You got to stand your ground and,
You
and,
got
and push back.
And so, I think we have gotten to where we've gotten and have been able to cross out a lot of the events on our bucket list because we try to stand our ground. And Omar is amazing with that. He's a business person.
Of
Good.
course.
So, but when they talk to me, I'm not. I can say it. I will
Can you
give
come over
everybody
here?
a shirt for free.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
that's me.
They
But-
tell you, can you come and play over here in Oklahoma? I'll give you $500. Yeah, I start to.
I
Yeah,
will.
I'll do it.
I,
I'll do it.
I will.
But, you know-
but I can't.
Yeah,
Because-
no, yeah.
Yes.
Because, Omar represents me and
Well,
he's my.
that's the reason why you have a manager. You have somebody
Yeah.
run it. You just push it to them. Like you got to talk to them. And
Yeah,
have
and
have them
Javier,
take care of it.
Javier also helps us a lot with the representing us as well in booking. So, you know, I've got two great guys behind me, and so yeah, it has been very hard.
It
And
is hard.
sometimes I feel bad, you know, because I feel like if my guys were with an all-guy band, maybe they'd have more opportunities. But they've stuck with me. So
Yeah, they know what they got.
They believe in me. They believe in me, and they're with me still. And if this year no se nos hizo una festival, next year se nos va a hacer.
And the opportunities, I guess, like I was saying, stand your ground, and you have to go get it. You have to go out there.
You have to be a go-getter.
You have to go get her.
And I have to be very, very thankful to those promoters that have given me the opportunity, because it's been hard, and you know, they took a chance with me, and other artists as well, because when I started this Conjunto thing here, there were a lot of Conjunto bands that gave me the opportunity to get on stage and do a song with them. And I gotta say thank you to these guys, because you just said, you know, right now it's an all-male industry. And they didn't have to do that. So I gotta say thank you so much to all those bands. Starting,
It is. I mean, to give a woman Conjunto singer a
Yeah,
chance.
not everyone's gonna give you that
men-dominated
opportunity.
No, it's great that they did.
And in Tejano, there's a lot of female artists that
a lot
new
of,
that are
yeah.
coming up, right, Mark? We talk about that all the time.
Lots.
There's a lot of them that are coming up
Yeah.
for the past 2 years, I think. That you know, they've
So
been
many.
in Tejano, like, man, it's like
But
they're getting up there, and that's perfect.
And-
We want that. We need that.
Yeah, and shout out to those artists that already have the platform, that are helping out the new artists.
Shelly is
like
one.
you were talking about Shelly Lares. I've always admired what she's doing, because she used her platform before she retired to bring all these artists into the industry.
Yes.
And I think that's a great thing what she did.
You know,
it's an
she's awesome.
amazing thing what she's doing.
You know, I give it to, you know, I have a prima that's in the industry también. Big shout out para Lydia Flores. Also on your new single, Amor Mio. It's, y'all got to check out the new song. It also has a video.
We
Go
played
check it out.
we played it last week. We played it. We played
But
it here live last week.
like-
Or
like-
she wasn't live, but we played the song.
She's performs all over the place, but there's other artists, like you up and coming artists that are out there. They're not being given the opportunity. They're not even looking at them. Nobody's wants to book them. Nobody wants to. If they do, they want them to come in for $200 or $300.
Exactly.
It's, you know, we talk about it a lot. We have to give these new artists opportunities to get out there, because our industry, the Tejano industry, Conjunto industry, you know, they're getting older. Yeah, you know, like Bobby Pulido's
Yeah.
retiring.
Elida-
Elida's gonna retire.
Elida's retiring, yeah.
So, you know, all the other ones like Jay Perez and all them, I mean, they're still great. They're still doing great performances, but they're getting up there in age, and you know, who knows how much longer they. So we gotta get these new cats out there, you know, new people out there, and give them
Yeah.
an opportunity to shine.
And shout out to those promoters, the venues, the bars, the festivals that actually do give us an opportunity. Thank you. I got to say that. And I got to say that for all of us out there that are trying to make it. Thank you to every single promoter. Aquí en San Antonio, they've given me so many opportunities. I love San Antonio. I want to live here one of these days. So thank you to every promoter, every bar, every venue that gave me the opportunity. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Jaime Martinez, he said there's a lot of bias and favoritism. Oh, and pura
well.
clicas, which is kind of true. Me and Chino, we've been behind scenes, behind stages now. Now me and Chino we get backstage badges now. we're special. We're special. But we do interviews back there. But we hear these people. We hear the artists talking smack. And I ask a lot of artists, is it like that really all the time? And they're like, yes. Yes. And it's not good. You know, us as Latinos, we want to push each other to get where we can, the furthest we can go to be great. But also there's Latinos, and it's in us, where one of your Latino buddies or somebody are going up, and there's
And
other
you
Latinos
should
that are
be-
grabbing them, putting them back down.
But
And-
but you should always support as well.
yeah, no, for sure.
Like, and I just thought of it right now because we were talking about him earlier, Chavo. Santiago Garza, I see him sometimes that he shares Conjunto hats, he shares posts, and it's not hard to do
No,
that. You
it's
know,
not. It's
free.
And I love that. I love to see that there were a lot of conjunto singers, like I said earlier, that me decían, they would go into Laredo and play. I don't know if you remember, babe, Ruben Vela Jr. Iban a Laredo a tocar y me mandaban o le mandaban a Omar message. ¿Quieres traer a Cindy para que venga a cantar? Man, who's gonna do that? You know, that's how we need to be, and I love that. I love that when people are like that.
No, I wish like the big shots, the the David Lee Garzas, the Jay Perez, all them would say, you know what, you're hiring me, but can you bring one of these up and coming artists to open up for us?
Thank you. Yes.
But I don't know if they do, or maybe they just don't have the power. The promoter do all that. Maybe the promoter says, nah, it's not gonna bring me people. But and I get it from promoters and bar owners to bring in up and coming artists. Are they gonna bring people? That's their number one thing, right?
Of course, they're business people, and I think if I had a business, a bar too, I would think the same way. But I mean, there's always a way. I would say, right?
And we see it right now, Boots and Hill Saloon. Boots and Heels Saloon, Janie Rodriguez, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, Janie.
Boots and Heels, you got to bring Cindy Ramos to
yes,
your bar.
Yes. Cindy, Janie, we're going to talk. We got to bring Cindy Ramos.
You need a girl conjunto artist in there, right?
Yes, we're going to have to bring her because she's got a lot of bands coming in this weekend.
Yeah.
She's been getting a lot of bands out there. So, and there's one on their 3rd anniversary, I think. They got 2 bands coming up there.
Awesome.
I think we got a flyer on that.
We love to work with you, girl.
There you go. Boots and Hills.
El borrado de Eagle Pass.
Boots and Hills. They're going to be out. They're going to be Gary Hobbs will be there. The 3rd anniversary bash, Saturday, July 5th. Doors open at 7 p.m. $15 cover, DJ, tables, reservations, whatever you need out there. 21 plus. That's going to be at 17680 IH 35 South, exit Lucky Road, El Borrado. And I think they got another band, Fierro, right?
Fierro. Oh, that's the breakout from the South Texas.
Yes, Fierro is also. I saw another flyer that they're going to be also there.
That's awesome.
They're going to be there. So they got 2 bands that weekend.
And that's the way to do it. They're doing what we were talking about right now.
Yes. And they're bringing these bands out there. So, yeah, like we said, Gary Hobbs and the new band.
Yeah,
they're bringing those.
That's
Jenny Rodriguez, thank you so much. And this time for sure, I want to throw it at Mark. The PuroPedo TalkShow will be there, going live and doing all that for Gary Hobbs.
Oh, we'll be there.
Oh, you'll be there this time, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Chino Rod will be there. And I think G-Man, the PuroPedo TalkShow is going to be there that weekend. So be expecting the PuroPedo to go live, doing a whole bunch of stuff out there.
Awesome. Okay, let me see. We got one more thing we got to do. The July 16th, Tejano Up and Hot Tejano proudly presents the 3rd annual Back to School Supply Drive and Sand Volleyball Tournament. Guys, man, it's a great event. You know, now these days, most of the teachers have to, you can contest to this, Cindy. A lot of teachers have to buy a lot of their own supplies for the kids. Some kids come with nothing.
You don't want to know how much money I spend in my classroom.
I know. So this is what they're doing. They raise a lot of school supplies and they take it to schools. You know, because supplies, sometimes parents or families can't, maybe they have 2 or 3 kids and they can't afford all what they need to take. But this is what they do. So, guys, if you want to donate, the list is on
3rd annual. This is the 3rd annual doing it.
And number 2, pencils, pencil cases, erasers, small sharpeners, scissors, glue sticks, markers, crayons, colored pencils, folders, highlighters, notebooks, rulers, backpacks, box of tissues, and hand sanitizers.
And if you can't make it there that weekend, we're picking up here at the PuroPedo Studios. Just come on here, drop it off here, and we'll deliver to it that day. And also, they got that volleyball tournament, Mark.
Oh, yeah. I'm calling out all the radio stations, all the podcasts, all the bands, all the Conjunto bands, Cindy, all the Tejano bands out there to come and challenge and try to take the PuroPedo TalkShow's belt. We are we're last year's champions, and for y'all guys out there, 2nd place ain't bad.
And we're calling you out. That's it.
So guys, make sure you get out there, man. Even if you go out there and if you don't play or nothing, just go out there and support. I mean, you'll be amazed. You want to there's got a whole bunch of artists out there. Shelly Loud is out there.
She's usually out there.
Conjunto
She's got a team out there.
A lot of teams are out there. A lot of artists will be out there. So go out there and
it's
check
real
it out.
competitive, guys. Once you get on that sand, it's real competitive. So you're gonna see it. It gets pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, ya sabes. Big shout out para April, May, Monterosa, Kalo Mo in the house. What's going on, April? That lady right there, Chino. she just works every day, all day long, all day long.
Yeah, that'll work. I work every day too, man.
Who do you work for?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah. You say where you work for, they're gonna say, "Este vato no trabaja."
I'll cut their light
But
off.
it's a great thing, man, guys. Go out there and check it out. I don't think we have anything else. Do we have anything that we gotta pull up? Okay, yeah. Our sponsor, we got one more thing we gotta talk about. Guys, 4th of July, it's a family fun day. It's our sponsor, Mobile Home Factory Direct. Guys, go out there and check it out. They're going to be having a kids' obstacle course and a whole bunch of games and food. They're going to have food.
Oh, we're there.
Yeah, I told her right away I'm there. So go out there and check it out. If you don't got nothing to do.
I think it's from 11 to 2.
It's early.
It's early as that Friday from 11 to 2, guys. So go out there and celebrate. They're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on. So the PuroPedo TalkShow, of course, will be there again.
I might
going
even
live.
take my DJ equipment,
Oh, I don't care.
and maybe
Whatever you
sing
wanna
some
do, bro.
karaoke for the kids.
Oh, yeah. But, por favor, you don't sing.
Oh.
Por favor. Well, let anybody else sing but you, Mark. But, guys, join us, guys. It's going to be fun.
It's gonna be
4th of
great.
July, that Friday from 11 to 2. We'll be out there. Come on down. Have a great time.
Yes. Cindy, man, thank you for coming out. I know you drove a long ways, and man, I'm sorry for what happened to you on the
Oh,
way in.
no,
But
no.
I kind of felt bad. I was like, man, she's gonna blame.
happens, it
She's gonna
happens.
blame me. And but I'm glad everything's all right. I'm glad you didn't hurt.
I'm glad
nothing
we
like
were
that.
able to come. I'm glad that we
glad.
made
I'm
it.
sure glad. I'm really
Yeah.
glad. But before we let you go, is there anything you want to say? You want to give anybody a shout out there or anything?
I want to give a shout out to the people you have here. It's very nice to have a spouse support what you're doing.
Yes.
So girls, that's very good what you're doing.
Yes.
Just like my husband. So thank you. Shout out to your cousin that was here. That's a singer
thought so,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah. I guess I'll be sharing the stage with her soon. And everybody that logged in, everybody that's watching, thank you so much for supporting. A show like this is what supports our music, our culture. So support it, guys. Log in.
Thank you.
Whenever you all come on. Anybody, I've always been very thankful to all DJs that play my music because you all are the ones that actually make me. It's really, really hard to go in the studio, record. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of money.
Oh
Of
yeah, for
course.
sure.
And for DJs to help us out by playing our music, I gotta be very thankful for that. Everybody that logs in, everybody that follows Cindy Ramos Conjunto, everybody that follows your show, thank you all so much for always supporting. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here today. And I had a great time. This is a beautiful place, by the way.
Thank you. I worked hard on this place.
I had a great time. And follow me. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere. Omar is always online and ready to.
So
give you
we're gonna
any information.
contact you if they want to hire you.
If you want to hire us, you just have to send us a DM because that's the thing now.
That's
It's
what they use.
social media.
That's what they use.
Social media.
If you call someone, they won't answer. But if you send a DM on Facebook, de voladita, they answer, right?
You're absolutely right. Yesterday, I was in the living room. My wife was in the bedroom, and I get a text. Are you ready to go eat? You couldn't come out of the room and tell me let's
I
go.
I do that too.
And I was
But-
like, oh,
The good thing
hombre.
about it, it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
It's
And
free.
so then, if you would like to hire us, look for us on social media.
But right now she's taking a break, so maybe in a
But
month.
no, you can still
No,
call.
hey,
Se me
hey,
hace-
word comes
I
in,
think I'm
vámonos.
gonna get bored very soon, so I might be, taking some bookings for July. Me voy a casar de cocinar y de limpiar, pero ahí andamos. But anyway, we look for us on social media. We have, several platforms. All our videos that Omar takes of our performances are on YouTube.
Yes.
We have so much on YouTube. So follow us. Cindy Ramos y su Conjunto on TikTok, on Facebook, of course. If you like the music that we played, download it on all social media. All digital platforms where you can download music. Everything is there, Cindy Ramos. What else? I think that's it.
Then you got everything.
If you are in the area of the Valley, we'll be going to the Valley pretty soon. I was gonna talk about my up and coming shows. We'll be in Los Fresnos pretty soon. We'll be in Corpus Christi pretty soon. In Beeville as well, in San Antonio también. So all these areas, if you all live close by, come on out to our shows. If you want to know where we're going to be playing, look for us on Facebook. We always post everything there.
Awesome. You said Corpus. You know what? Me and Chino, we say it all the time.
Yep.
Corpus is Conjunto capital of the world
is.
now.
It is.
It used to be San Antonio when we had everybody, but Conjunto, it's in the Corpus, man. We've gone over
bands.
there. We've gone over there to some places and Conjunto bands that we never heard of, and then when they start playing, me and Chino were like, God Almighty, who are these guys? How come we don't know them over here in San Antonio?
It's
How
a
come they don't come to
different
San
type-
Antonio?
It's a different type of conjunto music in Corpus. And I think it's just the compás, which is the drums, the drummer. Very, very important in a conjunto.
Yes.
And I think that's what it is. The feeling, everything in Corpus, sale bien bonito.
It did. You know what? One of the bands that were down there that we saw for the first time that we had never heard of him, Javier Solis.
Solis.
We were like, damn.
He's our friend.
That guy can rock.
He's actually going to be at Slim Sports Bar. Sometime next month coming up. They're having an anniversary out there at Slim Sports Bar, and I saw Javier Solis is going to be there. Guaranteed I'll be there, guys. Guaranteed I'm going to be there.
Jaime says, Javier y los únicos are there from Corpus? Yeah, they're from Corpus.
Corpitos.
Yes,
That's why they
Corpitos.
call it Corpitos. Allá en Corpitos el conjunto está bien bonito.
A Chino cuando va para el beach le dicen cuerpito.
Cuerpito.
Con el cuerpito en el beach.
Before we get out of here, Eli, what you got going on this weekend, brother?
I'm going to rest, brother.
You can take it, nothing, no gigs this weekend?
Negative, yep.
Gary, what you got?
I'm working this weekend.
Hombre, este vato puro work. ¿Estás pagando chavos support o qué pasó?
Puro work on the
Wow.
weekend.
Chino, you playing ball this weekend or what?
This weekend I'm off, man. I'm not traveling this weekend. Thank God, no traveling. Most of the time I'm out of town. I'm traveling. I was talking about traveling earlier, man. Me and my wife, we travel a lot with our friends. I play softball, so I'm always traveling. Almost every other week, I'm traveling everywhere, and I drive because I hate being in the passenger side.
Oh, yeah.
I hate being in the passenger side.
Yeah, no, I think you don't wanna let a woman drive.
everywhere. I don't let nobody else drive.
Everyone fights for the passenger seat.
Yeah,
in our
exactly. But once in a while, I get tired and I tell them, hey, is anybody going to help me?
van. Oh, God.
Everybody says
It's
nope.
hard.
Well, you know what, Cindy? I'll tell you, like, Chino, he does play a lot of ball. He's a professional softball player, so he plays all over the states. He's in Vegas. He actually just came back from Hawaii playing out there in the Nationals. But he does drive a lot out of town, and I'm with him. I wouldn't let my wife drive me. I'll drive tired. I won't let my wife
I
drive.
don't drive either.
So-
It's awesome.
So,
Get to sleep.
Again, guys, thank you for following the PuroPedo TalkShow, guys.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
for everything that you do for the show. We got some great news coming out in a couple of weeks. Next week, we got Gigi La Chicana, right? How do you say it? Gary?
Yes.
La Chicana.
La Chicana? Gigi La Chicana.
Yes,
Guerrero.
she'll be on the show next week, so make sure you tune on in, guys. And Cindy, again, thank you for coming on by. And
Thank you for having us. We had a great time. It smells good in here.
Yep,
I think
yeah.
there's food.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some food right now.
I thought it was me.
No, hombre.
Well, fajita.
But thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us. Omar and I had a great time.
Thank you.
I think maybe next time we'll bring some of my guys so we can play
Yes,
some
sir.
live
Yes,
music
sir.
here.
Their performance will be
Thank you.
awesome. Yes.
So again, I'm DJ Mixing Mark, and I'm out of here.
DJ Double I'm out.
G-Man, and I'm out.
I'm Cindy Ramos, and I'm out.
Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in. I am Chino Rod, PuroPedo TalkShow. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you when we see you.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Cada